They handcuffed her like she was dangerous, like she was a threat. An elderly woman alone at a bus stop. No weapon, no crime, just a phone call. One quiet sentence, and minutes later, Marines arrived. Real ones, armed, lined up on the sidewalk, and everything changed. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know which city this story is reaching. It was just another hot Wednesday in Atlanta. Ruth Jennings had taken the 9:15 bus to the public library, like she always did on the first week of the month. A quiet woman, 68 years old, wearing a long beige skirt, a burgundy sweater even in the heat, and a tan scarf over her head. She walked slowly, carrying a canvas tote with books, some oranges, and her old flip phone. She smiled at everyone, always. That day was no different, until it was. She was sitting at the bus stop, outside the library, waiting to go home. A woman, mid-30s, white, earbuds in, dog leash wrapped twice around her hand, stood nearby. Ruth asked her softly if the bus had already passed. The woman didn't hear, so Ruth asked again. This time, the woman jumped back like she'd been attacked, pulled her phone out and started yelling, "Back off! Don't come closer!" 2 minutes later, 2 officers pulled up. Officer Todd Harper looked nervous, like he wasn't sure what was going on. His partner, Dale Bryant, looked like he'd already made up his mind. They asked Ruth to stand up. She did. They asked her what she said. She tried to explain, just a question about the bus. But Bryant cut her off, said she matched a report, said she was harassing people, said she might be hiding something under her clothes. She was humiliated. The tote bag fell. Oranges rolled onto the sidewalk. Someone filmed it, but no one said anything. And then Ruth asked quietly, "May I make a call?" Bryant laughed. Todd hesitated, but they let her. She dialed one number, said a few words calmly. That was all. Then they handcuffed her. 7 minutes passed. 3 military vehicles stopped in the middle of the road. No sirens, just speed and purpose. Men in uniform stepped out, not police, not SWAT, Marines. Real Marines. One of them, a captain, walked straight toward the officers. "Is this Mrs. Jennings?" he asked, calmly but firmly. "Uncuff her." Everything froze. Officer Bryant said no. Todd looked at him, then at the Marines, then at Ruth. The Marine captain pulled out a folded document, showed a photo, a medal, a letter. Ruth Jennings, it turns out, wasn't just anybody. She was the widow of Colonel Robert Jennings, a decorated Marine officer who saved over 200 lives in a combat zone. Ruth had served as a military nurse. The Corps considered her family, and every Marine within 100 miles knew her name. The crowd was still watching. This time they were angry. One woman said, "Why didn't they ask first?" Someone else whispered, "She's a hero." The cuffs came off. Ruth didn't yell. She didn't cry. She picked up her tote, gathered her oranges one by one, and turned to Todd. "Next time," she said gently, "listen with your eyes, not just your orders." Todd said nothing, but something in his face changed. Later that week, someone saw him reading a book on civil rights at the same library. He'd never been there before. Not every story ends in punishment, but some end in transformation. And in a world quick to judge, it was Ruth's quiet strength, not power, not force, that made the loudest impact. If this story moved you, comment the word recognition, because sometimes it's not about being seen by everyone. It's about being truly recognized by the right ones. There is a story here on the screen that will also move you. Press to watch. You won't regret it.
Waking up tired, low energy, and running to the bathroom at night? A hidden clog in your prostate could be the cause. Men in Asia avoid it with a natural formula that restores flow, sleep, and vitality. Thousands are using it. Click the link in the comments to learn more.